Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like, I'm a big fan of the Ninja Turtles. Like, I love it. I love everything about it. I like all the movies. When they first announced this, like, obviously the show has 2 seasons and the movie, I was a little bit worried about the art style, but the art style I've actually come to really enjoy. Like, it's really tight angles. I like all the little different personalities that the Ninja Turtles have. I like how they've got some mystic powers, and it's just really different to what we've got before. It's okay, but this movie is awesome. Like, everything about it was really good. Like, the pacing was so fast. Everything about it, like, it kept escalating. I was like, they can't keep escalating anymore, but they do, which was awesome to see. Like, obviously when we're watching Ninja Turtles, we want that high action, we want the comedy blended in as well, and everything about that has happened. Where I like how each of the Ninja Turtles have their different personalities. Obviously, because Raph is the eldest, he's the leader, where normally it's always Leo who's been the leader, but this movie really settles into the point where we're getting that interaction between Raph and Leo, and this is more for me about Leo's arc, about how he became the leader of his, obviously, brothers, where normally it's always been Raph and Leo butting heads about who's been the leader, and they always just put Leo as this calm, cool, sort of calculated, wiser turtle compared to all the other ones, where normally Raph is a bit more bashful, Donnie's just normally into his tech, and Mike is just normally the comic relief. But this was nice to see. Leo's obviously got a little bit more of a competitiveness, a little bit more of a goofy style. But our story really revolves around Casey Jones, who's in the future, and he needs to save his, he needs to change the timeline. He's sent back in time to be able to change the timeline, and I really like the interaction between them all. I'm still not sure about Splinter. Like, Splinter's normally meant to be this cool, calm, collected rat who just knows everything and is able to instill the wisdom into the Turtles, where he's a little bit more of a goofball. And obviously, a lot of people do have issues with the April O'Neil. I do miss the red-haired model, but like, I like the new April O'Neil. Like, I like the attitude, and I like how she can actually handle herself, where before she was kind of that kind of damsel in distress. But for this, they went for a new art style and a new take on the villains, which are the Krag, and they're awesome. Like, I've always enjoyed them, and they're really menacing. And it's a much darker tone, this film. Like, this film, I was like, oh, that's much darker, which is pretty much to the point where the original comics were really dark, and I really have been waiting for a much darker take on the Ninja Turtles, back to the real early origins, where we kind of get this, but obviously they need to stay in that sort of family friendly area. But when the Krag are in there and like molding and genetically manipulating people, I was like, oh, this is kind of a bit dark, where they do show some of it, but like not enough to go, all right, that's that next rating. The combat is stylish as well, and the story, although it's predictable and we can see where it's going, and to the point where we actually do get a lot of emotional payoff, like between the brothers, and the brothers when the brothers are put into peril, we do get to see that emotional connection, and we get to see them like realize their choices do matter in terms of what they're doing, because normally they do whatever they want and everything works out, where in this film they actually do have a consequence for their actions. And I do like all the new tech and the mystic powers, but I like how the mystic powers do get taken away, rely on each other, and that's really sparks the bond and the old sort of ninja powers and skills, which is the good message, and it's a good throwback to the original Ninja Turtles, and that's what I really wanted, and they had that blend of the new and the old, where they do have that emotional connection. I really liked how they got their powers back as well, and the final confrontation is just awesome. Everything about it was really good. There was just some little bit of cheesy moments here and there, where I guess they could have expanded a little bit more in terms of building the world and the lore of the Krag, but other than that, like, it's such a good film. It's a great movie. I watched it with my son. He loved it as well, and entertained the whole way through. Like, everything was great about it. Like, it wasn't dark enough that you were like, all right, maybe we should like watch something else. But the stylish action, the emotional connection of the characters, and it just keeps you going the entire time. Like, when you want the film to end, it ends, and you know that what you're getting into. You're getting into that high action. We do have emotion connection between the brothers. We just get that little... The Splinter model is a bit odd, but everything else is awesome. So for me, it's a 4 out of 5. Like, let me know if you like it, or what's your best Ninja Turtle series or film. Let me know, and make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We've got daily reviews on the channel, so tell your friends.